Booty chains, I'm about to make it, y'all. Booty chains, I'm about to make a roll. Booty chains, I'm about to make a roll. Linebackers suck. Booty chains, I'm about to make a play. Shit. I don't know. Booty yangs, I'm about to make a roll.
Right, bro. Yeah. Let me count these checks. Flex on my ex. Yeah. I don't got no respect. Work up in the text. Pull up in a G. T3 fly off in a jet. Pull up, I'm suited. And you know I got my tool. Okay, I might be the coupe. Heard you pull up in the coupe. So that little bitch is stupid. Okay, these niggas can move. Okay, these bitches can move. Those are not diamonds, they're rubies. Wait, that's not rubies, that's glass. Smack right on the ass. I know that she's gonna lose me. Yeah, my polo from blue. Niggas act like they was rude, but they really be some goofs. If you don't like it, it's soup. Yeah, my new girl got that booty. That my new girl up at Gucci. Yeah, that my new girl up at Gucci. Yeah, what? Spend a man's all up at Gucci. Look at your chain with your jeweler. What? You need a cut on my jeweler. I put a chain on my shoulder. Yeah, I put a stick on my Ruger. In her dreams like Freddy Krueger. Just let her act like I do it. Rari pulls out Ferris Bueller.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. What? They really know it ain't no stopping me. Like first I hit my we done did it all night, girl, I gotta leave. Down, what you see? You're mad. Oh no, now y'all mad. Everything gon' hit the fan. I don't want that again. I don't want that again. Even though that girl is 10, then we better off being friends. Sight, I'ma hit that again. I'ma live that again. I'ma split that again. Now I do what I want. Can't do what I can. Think you want not at all. Cause you know I ball. Yeah. Where I heard you saw. I'm a copper for the calls. For the gas on my car. Let me get my breath. Let me count these checks. Flex on my ex. I don't got no respect. Work up in the text. Pull up in a G. T3 fly off in a jet. Hold on. Let me catch my breath. Let me count these checks. Flex on my ex.
Pull up in a G. T3 fly off in a jet.
Difference when I need you and I want you. Cause I get for good sex. Let the conversation get a little deeper. Whoa. No.
Burgers at 38. I've been taking off since you've been involved. Suck it like it's log. Like it's log. The love in the bedroom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. In love with all your flaws and sins. You gon' catch a couple out the effing hand. Where your ring thing at? Ain't that a weird way of giving compliments? Chris has better play rec. My stomach hurt. People worship these idols. Everybody likes to run and man-to-man blitz. Might as well. Started out under the ground. They didn't fuck with me. Now they all coming around. Money, I'm putting it down. Girl. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's a cover 2 beater though. Let's do man. Cole's a quiet 92. We all going along with the show. Whoa.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it. Ready up!
See, look, he still covers that route, though. You only get 3 when you run that. Who wants to pass and play for 3 yards? You got to run that like 5. Usually make that an out route. Boom, boom, boom. Should throw the X. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and he's still up.
Hey man, listen, great job today. It's a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction,
Fuck is all that noise?
just fine.
Fuck is all that noise? I know how to run cover 2. This is merely a formality. Oh, come on, Chris. You can't cover number 1s? Get the ball. These niggas. We can't stop the hitches, though. Oh, that's not no hitch. They said against hitches. Ooh, I think he's inaccurate with it. Come on, Devin. Got diamonds by the bolo. Might be going psycho. Your mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry. Look like a got diamonds by the bolo. Rolling through my. Hell no, son. Not against the Legion of whatever. Legion of Boom 2.0. And I'm like, I'm almost there. You got to be a little faster. Come on, Lofton. Tack McKinley. Oh no, that's not him. Am I be going psycho? Oh shit, Devin, bro. Oh yeah, that's my fault. Oh, good D. Chris Sandos. Sacked. Che Young on them, boy. So stanky. I know Njoku not blocking like that. He don't even block like that in the game. Hey. We gon' get it.
Trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Momo for clowns and all the balls. Oh, I ain't pick on psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Don't act like you my friend when I'm rolling through my hands. Oh.
Oh, this is the rookie. Yeah, he needs something. Let's just field general, I guess. That's how you use the ball. Look at this block shit. about your shoulder. You should use the ball. This nigga got no neck. 5'11". Make him 6 feet. The helmet ugly. I ain't worried about your shoulder. Convinced they don't know what's going on. Browns undefeated again. Who the fuck is on the Browns? Otto, Miles, Ward. They got a pretty good team. Dude's at 89. They got a pretty decent team. We used to have RG3 last season.
Matching hundreds. It's the coach. This is the sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers.
That wasn't nothing.
Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, Griffin sliding out of the pocket.
Oh,
he can run for it, and he will.
Oh, what? Robert Griffin?
Just well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The numbers there for Connery in last week's game. 12 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Griffin. And an alley to run. He may try and run for this. And that's going to be good for the first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Another try after the first down sack. Griffin.
I moved too nice and far out the way.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays. And they didn't seem to whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin.
Why is he open, Oliver?
Complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Didn't know RG3 could run like that. Wasn't able to get out the pocket with us.
In practice lately, now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They go play action here on 1st down.
McGarry, there you go.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
You're supposed to have that on lock. It was getting covered, too.
3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break.
Wow.
Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Damn, 3 run plays.
On 1st down. It's
30 sucks. He got thrown to the side.
Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front.
Game just started. They had one drive. Talking about that's why they up.
We're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Carter. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24,
48 is not that fast. Aiden has 94 speed, bro.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. As I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before.
Why don't they have this regular?
Well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And he's going to be hit.
See, I need a hitch out on the outside, not a screen.
T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They start the drive with Connor. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because
they're cut blocking
in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 3rd down, Griffin. And that
no, sir.
Is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
There's what Carter did in last week's effort. 23 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to
get off me, boy.
Let's go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. Bolden. And he will find his own. Complete.
Nobody was over there.
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
Baby, just buy branches because you can smoke one free.
On first down, it's Carter. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now he'll tuck it and run. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Griffin. He'll find Smith-Schuster.
Yes, sir, Chris.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time.
Lit that nigga up.
Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Following the fumble recovery, Bolden steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Oh, if you don't make this, right down the middle. Yes, sir.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
That one goes for 8 yards.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On third down, Griffin. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, Bolden. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ah, shit.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
He dropped it.
Throw on 2nd down,
But he had it and then put his hands up.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On the draw, Connor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5 now.
I was right there.
Griffin over the middle, and It's incomplete.
He's mad you dropped it, bro.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
From the gun on third down. Griffin.
Yeah, don't get mad because you dropped it.
Incomplete.
That's his third drop. Or second.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A very solid gain of 27.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Bolden.
Hold on to the ball.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Bolden. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down. Bolden. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Yes, sir.
And that one results in 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly. Plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, Seth, what the
fuck? It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide are always...
He just dropped it. Yeah, he just dropped it. What?
You hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. Bolden toward the end zone, but that's
nah, you don't want to throw it over the heads.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Nah,
yeah,
he don't want to throw it over
right.
the head.
3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. This will be taken in at the 1.
Damn, you gotta get that spin fast.
Across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw on second down. Bolden, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Oh, he's got T.J. Yeldon. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. T.J. Yeldon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown. Brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down now, it's Conner. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Griffin. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, I got sucked into that.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Not saying he's going
over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Back to throw. Bolden. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
I had him too. Give me some time. Give me some time, O-line.
TJ Watt in there.
Sar's on the right side too.
That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Second and 13. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it.
I mean, they're not going to run it out.
This one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Bolden. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is in a continue.
Yeah, he was wide. That was the right read. Somehow he went and caught that.
Of your college days, a lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. steps away. And now he's going to use his legs.
Like this man up,
and
he's
he gets this
fast.
up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Bet my quarterback is faster than him. 92? 90. His acceleration is 99 though. Damn it. Okay. Mine's 98. What the fuck?
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll try and run for it with counter. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Griffin on first down, rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10 is counter, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's with everything.
And the pressure gets to him again.
He didn't run on that one.
Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
They would have downed that at the 1, bro.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
Didn't even see that dude. That was right in my face.
In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd
Damn, I
down.
hate a bitch that like to argue and shit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I love when me and Bill Franklin be spending some time.
Off play action. Bolden.
Come on, Brandon.
And
Come on, Brandon. You over there playing around.
Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up
Get off the
4th down.
line.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Oh, no fucking way, bro.
Has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer
Pass defense is on lock.
That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
This quarterback
Six,
now
bro,
just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is RG3.
What?
Rolling to his right. Yeah, he's going to keep it here.
He wasn't doing none of this shit with us.
Getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. draw play. This is Connor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
RG3 was doing none of that with us. Every time I try to take off with him, he gets stuck behind the line.
I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up.
Really damn, he's out of bounds.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's able to get this.
Just when you think they're going to pass the ball.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Griffin. Oh,
he dropped 3 passes.
If he could hold on. Instead, the drop
means it'll be Eric Ebron.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
But they got it.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he will have the first down before he's
thought they were punting the ball.
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. Nothing doing. Holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Connor. And I think they stopped him again. They did.
It's 4-down territory.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
No, sir.
I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't
not the fullback. I know they're not trying to fullback.
Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are.
Told you we built for this, man. I don't know why they doubt us every week saying we're going to go down. It's that, it's that, it's that.
Good pickup on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down. Bolden.
Yeah, see, he gets started too slow, bro, but RG3 just takes off.
Bud Dupree, his 2nd sack of the night. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you give 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when
boy got perfect range. Golly, he's on top of that.
You're really almost discrediting their work.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you put yourself in jeopardy.
It's only 4 minutes left in the whole game. And they gone down and score. They go down and score twice. Of course they don't do that.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate, because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Falcons, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I can show you how to walk like you got decimals, bitch. Thing or whatever again. He got up there and said, nah. Who is this? He now has a star development trait. Alright, cool, because we needed that. He didn't even go that far. What this bitch gotta say? Something basic ass shit. Yeah, still undefeated. Yeah, we know. Why they keep adding this dancing pallbearers in there? Our bitter rival, the Bucks. We at home though. Oh shit. Devin and Evan with their negotiations. Evan won a whole bunch of money. I introduced her to this hippie. Love, sex, dreams. It's not I turned the Bills Stadium into the Badgers. That's crazy. What team is that? I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. This should be easy this year. We're gonna see though. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. Thank you for thinking about my soul. Thank you for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. Every month, I'm supposed to pay her bills and get her what she want. I still got like 7 years of doing what I want. My next still got child support from 1991. Out of town, people love to pop a lot of shit and come around. Word of Flocko Jody, he done seen us put it down. Niggas asking if I'm cool. I'm upset. Oh, he gets the wide receiver apprentice. Let's go. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Huh. Okay. He dead. Respect. And it's cold. For my soul. That I know. With no hope. I'm upset. I'm on the wrong thing. Can't go that I know. With no whore. The house clean. Got a lot of blood and it's cold, and it's cold. Can't go 60-60 with no hope, with no hope. Thankful for the women that I know, that I know. Ah, Seth is better than Mike Evans. This fuck ass nigga. Fuck you, boy.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South?
Two-stepping at you.
I don't even want that ability. I wanna make sure my mama feel it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Everyone, Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Love. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Back to throw. Love.
No.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Taking it about the 16.
I'm going to get off for a little bit.